Buonasera, buonasera, bentrovate, bentrovati. Ciao, buonasera, bentrovate, bentrovati. Stasera siamo in recupero. Ho avuto un po' di problemi nei giorni scorsi a presentare le lezioni da ora in poi. Dalla prossima settimana sarò non sarò a Londra. Sorry. Tonight's language is English. Sorry. So tonight, I was saying I've had a few problems. I've had a few problems scheduling the classes, and as of next week, they'll be really, really random with times and depending on, because I'll be traveling, and so I don't know when I'm gonna find. I won't know when I'll find Wi-Fi that is strong enough to stream. So I'll do my best to create the classes and everything, and to provide you with some material, but I can't promise when, because it's just it's gonna be really interesting finding enough internet for me to be able to stream. Anyway, so today we'll be doing some, as usual, some Sutra chanting, a bit of pranayama, a bit of mudra, and then some asana and relaxation. I know it's Friday night. Most of you will be out having fun. Great. For those that are not out and having fun and need just some relaxation, follow me in this lesson. Okay, so tonight we've got Sutra 1.6, so is Sutra number 6 of the book 1, Samadhipada, from the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali. I'm writing this and trying to offer them to you all is because they are the basis of the yoga, the science of yoga, which is the science that helps us master our mind. And so I think it's always good to be able to go back to the source and just draw from there directly in terms of inspiration. So Sutra number 1.6 is the following. Pramana vipariya vikalpa nidra smrtaya. And pramana is correct or right knowledge. Vipariya is misconception or incorrect knowledge. Vikalpa is verbal delusion or imagination. Nidra is sleep. Smrti or smrtaya is memory. So, because in the previous sutras we were talking about in fact, Sutra 1.5 says there are 5 kinds of mental modifications which are either painful or painless. And in Sutra number 6, it says they are right knowledge. So there's the list of the 5 mental modifications. So they are right knowledge, misconception, or incorrect knowledge, verbal delusion, sleep, and memory. So these are, in this sutra, Patanjali is just listing the 5 types of vrittis, and is gonna explain them in the next, in the following sutras. So as we were saying, Yoga Sutra point 2 is like Yoga's Chitta Vritti Nirodha. And so the restraint of the modifications of the mind stuff is yoga. So then we go on into telling that then the seer abides in its own nature when we manage to restrain the modification of the mind stuff when we're doing yoga. And the seer, the witness, abides in its own nature. At other times, the self appears to assume the forms of the mental modifications. So when we're not into a yogic state and our mind is wandering, then we assume, the witness, the seer, assumes the forms of the mental modifications. And there are 5 types of mental modifications which are neither painful or painless. We never know from straightforward if they're going to be bringing pain or not. The idea is that if they're altruistic thoughts, they will bring joy and love. If they are egotistic or non-altruistic, they will bring pain. And so these 5 kinds of mental modifications are right knowledge or misconception, verbal delusion, sleep, and memory. Quite interesting. In the following sutras, we're going to be checking every single one of these types of vrittis. So very, very interesting. Every time we explore a sutra, we have a little nugget of knowledge regarding how to master and what we need to do in order to master our mind. It's quite systematic approach that Patanjali wrote down in the sutras in order to literally systematically organize and bring the science of yoga to the public, which is quite amazing and remarkable. Because before that, the Yoga Sutras were chanted from teacher to student. And now with Patanjali, which, by the way, there's a lot of debate regarding who this sage Patanjali is. Him, Sage Patanjali, Muni Patanjali, or potentially also a collective of different teachers and sages working on this project would have worked on this beautiful text, spiritual text, to bring us this knowledge. Right. I'd like to explore some pranayama as usual after the philosophy. Obviously, they're little nuggets. I'm aware of that. There are some books with really long commentaries on that. I think sometimes less is more. So let's just take the juice and then we'll think about it and then let it settle down and land, if possible, one small nugget at a time. Right. So pranayama is amazing because within few minutes we can use breath, conscious breathing techniques to bring system, nervous system, into the parasympathetic aspect and state. So we can basically activate relaxation when we want, and very quickly as well. So today I'd like to offer the Nadia. Nadia is done, so as usual, find a comfortable position, sitting down on a chair or cross-legged in Sukhasana, or with a block underneath in Siddhasana. And we will be using this yogic breath control practice known as Nadia. Is also, the translation is subtle energy clearing breathing technique. We'll be inhaling we'll start from the inhalation on the left side. We'll block, so we'll be using a mudra, which is either the Vishnu mudra or the Nasika mudra. Basically, the index and the middle finger will be either resting or at this side, on this area, before the thumb, so at the bottom, at the basis of the thumb. Or you can actually place them in the middle of the brow, so which is traditionally the third eye area. And so either at the base of the thumb or between the third eye. And we can use the right thumb and the right ring finger to block and close alternating. So we're going to block the right and the left nostril, alternating that movement basically with these two fingers. And so this will be inhaling and exhaling 3 rounds naturally, and then we'll be closing the right nostril, inhaling with the left, closing straight away, exhaling through the right, inhaling through the right. We'll be blocking the right one, opening the left, inhaling, exhaling and inhaling, and so on. We'll do 6 rounds, and in between, when we're blocking, we might want, for those who are more advanced or those that feel comfortable with it, we might just keep a little retention and suspension of the breath, see how you feel. Otherwise, just inhale and exhale straight away. This is a fairly safe type of breathing technique. Should help us in general, should help us with the relaxation of our body and mind, reducing anxiety, and in general will promote overall well-being. If you feel that this is not appropriate for you today, just maybe inhale and exhale with Ujjayi breath, and otherwise, if you know it, otherwise just extending as much as possible, especially the exhalation. So for those who would like to try, let's start finding a comfortable position. As I was mentioning, it's safe for most people. The only thing would be if you have a very strong condition like asthma or any other lung or heart condition, then maybe you should talk to your doctor before taking any of these pranayamas. In general, talk to your doctors if you have any problems before taking a class, any type of class. Make sure that it is safe for you to practice online with this kind of practices. Obviously, I'm not there to check on you, unfortunately, so make sure that you're taking the right steps to make sure that you're safe when practicing yoga on your own. That's why I provide very gentle classes so that everyone can follow without too much risk in general. And the rule is follow your body. If your body is happy, go for it. If your body is struggling or is not comfortable or is feeling any sort of discomfort, let go and just do not take the practice, because we want you to be safe. We don't want anyone to be in any sort of risk, if that makes sense. Right, so for those who want to take Nadia, choose either the Vishnu mudra or the Nasik mudra. Nasika mudra. The Nasika mudra is also balancing. Nasagra mudra is the other one, so the one that you place your index and your middle finger on your third eye instead, and use to kind of pivot, to help you pivot when alternating the nostrils. So without any further ado, let's find a comfortable position, sitting, cross-legged or on a chair, or if you want, you can also maybe use 2 blocks underneath and maybe in a kneeling position, kneeling sort of position. Sometimes when our knees are a little bit tender, maybe this option with 2 blocks underneath, that can also be a good option for kneeling and not creating too much pressure on our knees. Right, so let's close our eyes if that's comfortable with you, or keep them maybe softened or open as you prefer. And let's start inhaling and exhaling fully and completely from our nose, trying to basically inhale as much as possible and exhale fully and completely as much as possible. So inhale again and exhale. One more inhale fully and completely, and exhale. Block your right nostril, start inhaling with the left nostril. Close your left nostril and exhale from the right nostril. Inhale from the right nostril. Block, maybe retain, or exhale through the left nostril. Straight away if you don't want to suspend the breath. Inhale from the left. Block the left over the right and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Block the right over the left, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left nostril. Close the left nostril, open the right, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. And exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close the left nostril, open the right one, exhale through the right one. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close the left, open the right, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right nostril. Lock the right nostril, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Switch nostril, close the left, open the right, exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. 2 more rounds. Inhale through the left. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. 1 more. Inhale through the left. Switch. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. Una más, 1 more. Inhale through the left. Switch. Exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Exhale through the left. And release the mudra. Inhale and exhale. Fully and completely through both nostrils. And notice what you notice. Inhale fully and completely. Maybe activate your Ujjayi breath already, if you know it. Inhale and exhale. And as we keep this softer gaze and calmer state, I'd like to invite you to cross your index and middle fingers together and then bring your thumb to the ring finger, touching them, and keep the pinky finger long, so we are crossing our fingers, the middle and the index finger. We're touching thumb to ring finger and we're extending the pinky finger. This is Pali Mudra. You can bring your arms extended onto your knees, palms up, and close your eyes. This is Pali Mudra. Is the gesture of the shelter for cultivating trust in our inner guide, Shraddha, Shraddha in Sanskrit means faith, but rather than being faith in religious terms or in general, rather than referring to a particular deity, it refers to trust in the guidance of our own being as we move forward along to our spiritual journey. Pali means shelter in this case, and Pali Mudra provides a shelter along our spiritual journey by enhancing our sense of trust, support, and centering. The core quality is the ability to help us create a trusting inner guidance and improve our at a subtle level is helping us. This alignment is experienced as a sense of integrity within our thoughts, words, and deeds, which serves as a shelter along our spiritual journey. Let's inhale and exhale with your breath, keeping this Pali Mudra. It helps us cultivate an experience of inner alignment, integrity, and equanimity. And the affirmation for this mudra is trusting in the guidance of my inner being, I journey forward confidently. You can repeat this one aloud or silently. Trusting in the guidance of my inner being, I journey forward confidently. And also attuned to the guidance of my inner being, I journey forward with complete integrity. One more time. Attuned to the guidance of my inner being, I journey forward with complete integrity. Notice what you notice, and slowly you can let go of the mudra and we can start moving our bodies with a gentle and gradual set of movements that will help us warm up our bodies before we attempt the suryas, the creative suryas. So as usual, I like to start with some spinal balancing exercises. So I'll be on the side so you can see. I'm sure most of you know this already, but we'll inhale and bring our chest forward, opening your chest, inhaling, drishti towards the sky and the chin up as well. The tailbone also goes up and we're arching our back, coming forward, inhaling and rounding our back, pressing with our abdominals towards the spine and the chin is to the chest, exhaling, rounding our back, inhaling, coming forward, opening your heart, exhaling, rounding your back. We'll be aiming at increasing the range of motion every time that we do any exercise. So we're going to start slowly and then maybe increase slightly the intensity of the stretch and the movements. Inhaling, coming forward and exhaling back. We're abducting our scapulas as well. Chin to the chest. Inhaling one more, reach towards the sky. And exhaling, rounding your back. Inhale and bring our hands, interlace your fingers and bring them up. Inhale, extending our shoulders up. And exhaling, let's round our back. I'll show you the side. Round our back. Inhaling, rotate the palms up. Extend your shoulders up. And exhale. Round your spine. One more inhale up. And exhale. Down, bear hugs. Inhale up. And exhale, round your back. Inhale up. Let go of your hands and let's interlace our fingers behind our back. Open your chest, reach towards the sky. Open your heart. And inhale, open, reach it up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up. And exhale down. We can stay down. You reach where you need to reach. And we can move from side to side. Inhaling. And exhaling. You don't have to go down to the floor. You just reach where your body is comfortable. And you can be anywhere. It doesn't have to be with your forehead to the floor. This is enough as well. Just move down as much as you can and try to bring your hands up towards the sky. Anyway, inhale, bring our hands up again and lower down. Let's come onto all fours and spinal balancing onto all fours. Inhale and inhale, look forwards, look upwards towards the sky, and exhale. We're rounding our back. Press with your rectus abdominis towards the spine, rounding your back. The scapulas are abducting. Inhale, look up. Bring your abdomen towards the floor. You can tuck your toes under, and so chin and tailbone up. The abdominals are lower down. The toes are tucked in. Inhale and exhale. Point your toes down so you can untuck your toes and bring the chin to the chest, the tailbone down, pressing up your abdominals towards the spine. Inhaling up, abdominals down. Exhaling, rounding your back and tucking your toes, chin to the chest. Inhaling, tuck your toes, chin goes up like the tail. The tummy goes down. And one more. Inhaling and exhaling. Untuck your toes. Press your abdominals to the spine. And come back to neutral. This is Vithilasana and Vajrasana flow, spinal balancing. We never do enough of this. And then thread the needle post flow with Vamukha Pasasana. So inhale, bring our right up and up, twist towards the right. We're still making sure that our knees are under our hips. Inhale up and exhale. You bring your right hand underneath wherever you can reach. And you can go up to touching the floor with your right shoulders or not. Inhale up and exhale, lower down. Bring your right arm underneath the left shoulder. Inhale up. You can tuck your toes under for more stability. And exhale down. Inhale up. One more. Exhale, lower down. And bring your right hand to the floor. Inhale up. And exhale, lower down. We're doing the same on the left hand side. Inhale, bring your left arm towards the sky. Thread the needle or reach where you can. You can also make it less dynamic and keep your left shoulder onto the floor. Inhale up. Exhaling, lower down, bringing your your left arm underneath. You don't have to touch the floor, just go wherever you can. Inhale up. Last one, exhale down. You can stay slightly in thread the needle if you fancy and if this is where you're reaching. Otherwise, stay where you are. Inhale up and hands towards the floor. Open your hands really well. Create some kind of suctioning of the hands. Hasta Bandha. Inhale, tuck your toes under and come up into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. You can move your feet if you want to, as this could be potentially the first downward facing dog that you are attempting today. So maybe you would like a more gentle and dynamic arrival into this Adho Mukha Svanasana for your legs. Make sure you're pressing down all the knuckles on the floor and that your feet, so hands are shoulders width apart, feet are hip width apart. The knees you can always bend and make sure that you're retracting your shoulders. And here you can bend your knees if you want to. And we're going to walk our feet towards the front of the mat. Inhaling into Ardha Uttanasana. Exhaling, lower down. Uttanasana. We can also indulge a bit longer into this Uttanasana and bend one knee after the other to have a dynamic stretch of our calves and hamstrings. And then inhale up, hands towards the sky, and in towards the sky. Sorry, I'm just doing this quickly. Hands towards the sky, Uddhvastasana, and hands in Anjali Mudra. On your sternum. And let's notice what we notice into this first Tadasana. Let's maybe bring our hands on top of our heart and let's listen to what we notice. Let's try and listen to our body and maybe our heartbeats. Trying to appreciate our heart beating for us on a regular basis. And then inhale, bring our arms towards the sky, interlace the fingers and keep the index fingers up. And extend as much as you can upwards, and then slowly we're flexing towards the right. Inhaling up and flexing towards the left, making sure that we're rotating towards the ceiling slightly. So we're not slouching like this, we're just opening towards the sky, inhaling up and exhaling, flexing towards the right. Again, here we're trying to twist gently towards the sky, inhaling up, one more on the left hand side, and exhaling down, keeping our arms near the ears, inhaling up and exhaling, hands on our chest in Anjali Mudra or on our heart. We're gonna go for 3 rounds of Surya Namaskar. So we're gonna have the classic Surya fast with Anjali Asana, and then 3 rounds of more creative sun salutation beat. We're gonna add the different type of warriors there. So without any further ado, inhale, bring our hands towards the sky with Vastasana. Exhale, lower down in Uttanasana. Inhale, up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands towards the sky, and we're bringing the right leg behind, right knee to the floor. Inhale, bring your arms up. Exhale, lower them down, and Phalangasana. So left leg back as well, knees, chest and chin towards the floor. Ashtanga Asana, 8 limbs asana. So we got the chin, the chest, and the hands, the 2 knees, and the 2 feet. So 8 parts bowing. Inhale up to cobra pose. Exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes under. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, bring your right foot towards the sky and then towards the front of the mat. Left knee to the floor. Inhale, hands up towards the sky. And exhale down. And from here, we're coming towards the front of the mat. Inhale up. Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, lower down. Uttanasana. Inhale up. And Tadasana mountain pose. Let's listen to what we listen. Notice what we notice in terms of breath. Let's try and activate Ujjayi breath as usual, straight away. And let's try and keep it an Ujjayi breath flow for those who know it. Otherwise, try to inhale and exhale through the nose. Let's do one more round of classic Surya. Inhale, hands up, activate really well all the muscles, legs, abdominals. Retract your shoulders. Inhale up, exhale, lower down in Uttanasana. Inhale up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands towards the floor. Bring your right leg back, right knee to the floor. Inhale up. Exhale, hands towards the floor. And bring your right leg back into Phalangasana. Knees to the floor, chest to the floor, chin to the floor, Ashtanga Asana. Inhale up, Bhujangasana. Extend the tops of the feet as well. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck your toes in, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, bring your right foot towards the sky and towards the front of the mat. Work left knee to the floor. Inhale up, hands towards the sky. Exhale, lower down. Bring your left foot towards the front of the mat. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. Inhale up, Uddhvastasana, Samasthiti. Hands on top of our chest in Anjali Mudra or just on top of our heart, feeling our heartbeat. We are activating all of our body, warming it up. So we're increasing the circulation, we're increasing the oxygen exchange and everything. So we're really creating a lot of amazingness for our body. And now we're going to do 3 rounds of Surya B, creative Surya B. Inhale, bend your knees, raise your fingers to the floor. So let's try and reach lower down. So bend your knees and lower down as much as possible. And then bring your hands up. The hips are pointing towards the back of the mat. And exhale, lower down in Uttanasana. Inhale up, elongate your spine. Exhale down, step back. And here you can go down in Phalangasa towards the floor or with your knees down. Lower down, inhale up, Bhujangasana. Press the tops of the feet on the floor and your pubic bone on the floor. Exhale, tuck your toes under, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale up with your right foot up and then bring it towards the front of the mat. Your left foot 45 degrees. Inhale, come up. Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back. Open your chest, open your heart. Reach towards the sky and exhale, humble warrior with your right shoulder basically inside of your right knee. Inhaling up, hands towards the sky. Exhale, lower them down, step back, lower down the way you like towards the floor, Bhujangasana, or come halfway through into Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up, exhale. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, bring our left foot up and to the front of the mat. The right one, 45 degrees. Inhale, hands up towards the sky. Exhale, interlace them behind your back. Open your chest. Inhale, reach towards the sky. Exhale, lower down. And inhale and exhale with your left shoulder inside of your left knee. Inhale, press down on your feet. Come up, Virabhadrasana 1. And exhale, lower down, hands towards the floor. Step back. Here you can go all fours or lower down to the ground or come half the way through in Chaturanga Dandasana and then Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. And exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale and exhale, 5 deep long breaths. Into Adho Mukha Svanasana, make sure that your knuckles are pressing down. Your hands are really strong and your forearms are rotating internally. The eyes of the elbows are looking at each other and the triceps are, the upper arm is rotating externally. The shoulders are retracted. The abdominals are pressing towards the spine to make sure that you're elongating it. And the knees can be bent or straightened as much as it's comfortable for your body. Inhale, look forward and step to the front of the mat. Inhale up, exhale, lower down, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend your knees, hands up towards the sky, and exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale and exhale, Uttanasana. Listen to what is arising in terms of sensations and feelings, maybe thoughts. Anything is valid, just look at it if you can with equanimity. just creating a little distance from them, as if they were little or big paintings hanging in on the walls in a gallery. Some of them you like them, some of them won't be nice. Let's concentrate on the nice ones. Maybe swap. What's the nice ones? And inhale again, bend your knees. Utkatasana. Exhale, lower down in Uttanasana. Inhale, elongate your spine, turn your heart forward. Exhale, hands towards the floor. Step back, lower down to the floor or all fours. Or Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up. Exhale, down, facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, bring your right foot towards the sky and towards the front of the mat. The left foot is at 45, but as you inhale, open and bring your left foot to a 90 degree instead. So we're opening into Virabhadrasana 2 instead. Here we can bend our knee as much as we want, but obviously the knee should be on the ankle, shouldn't go too much forward. And then it doesn't have to be 90 degrees angle, just angle. Just feel what your body is happy to create in terms of spaces here. So make sure that your right knee is on top of your right ankle and the left foot is pressing down. So the external edge of the left foot is pressing down really nicely. The hips are parallel to the long side of the mat. The arms are parallel to the floor and the drishti is towards the right hand, towards the middle and the index finger. And inhale and exhale. And then inhale, look towards the floor, pivot your hands, swing them down and step back. And then lower down, Chaturanga, or to the floor in Bhujangasana, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, and then Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale and bring your left foot towards the floor, towards the stars, and then towards the front of the mat. The right foot is 45 degrees, and as we inhale, we open, and the foot pivots another 45 degrees. The left knee is on top of the left ankle. The right foot is pressing down. The arch, the internal arch, is expressing itself this way, and so the hips are parallel to the long side of the mat. The arms are parallel to the floor, and our drishti is towards our index and middle finger of the left hand. Inhaling and exhaling, Ujjayi breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Try to activate Mula Bandha as well, so the pelvic floor can basically be activated in every single position, if you can. It's like Ujjayi breath is one of the elements of the vinyasa flow. Inhale and exhale and lower down, windmill your hands, step back, lower down, Chaturanga or Bhujangasana, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, and Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale and exhale, 5 long deep breaths, activating all of the hands, hasta bandhas, the arms, the triceps are rotating under, the shoulders are moving away from the ears, and you can think of pressing your heels down towards the floor if this is okay for your body today. Inhale, drishti is traditionally to the navel or between your feet. Inhale towards the hands, the front of the mat. and step to the front. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, Uttanasana. And then bend your knees, raise the fingers to the floor, Utkatasana, and Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale and exhale. One more round of Surya. Be creative one, as I anticipated. So inhale, bend your knees, hands towards the sky. Exhale, lower down. Uttanasana, inhale, up. Exhale, lower down, step back. Lower to the floor or in Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, bring your right feet towards the ceiling, to the front of the mat. The left one is 45 degrees. Press down. Inhale, up. Hands to the chest. And then bring all of your the weight of your body onto your right foot and come forward, forward, forward until you can lift your left leg up into Warrior 3, Virabhadrasana 3. You can slightly micro bend your right knee. The hips are as level as possible. You can touch your hips as well. And then you're dorsiflexing your left leg, and it's very active. Your hands can be airplane hands, wings, or to the front. Make sure you have space. And then you can choose to bring them forward or at your side or back. And then inhale, bring your left foot back to the floor. Exhale, lower down, step back, lower down, Chaturanga or Bhujangasana, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, and Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, bring your left foot up and to the front. The right one is 45 degrees. Press down. Inhale, up. Hands to the chest, to the sternum, and move your weight, the weight of your body, towards the front of the mat and onto the left foot. Bring your right leg up, dorsiflex your foot, level your hips, activate your abdominals, and your hands can be aeroplane hands, or they can be at the chest with Anjali Mudra, or they can be extended in front. Inhale and exhale. Virabhadrasana 3. Inhale and exhale. And lower down. Hands up and to the floor. Step back, lower down. Inhale up. Exhale. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Inhale and exhale. 5 long deep breaths. The drishti can be at the navel or between your feet. And try to keep your breath. If you need, you can go down into Balasana, Child's Pose, anytime you feel like you need it. So I'm always offering positions, but feel free to take them or not to take them. And to take any rest you need anytime you need it. Inhale it forward. Exhale, step towards the front of the mat. Inhale up. Exhale, lower down. Uttanasana. Bend your knees. Raise your fingers to the floor. Hands up towards the sky. And come to Tadasana, mountain pose. Well done. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Feel your heartbeat feel this buzzing in your body that is activated by these beautiful sound salutations. Feel the buzzing, feel the energy moving, the blood circulating. The synovial fluid is being activated in all of our joints. We should be feeling quite warm and supple everywhere. From Tadasana, let's bring our right foot back and 45 degrees. We can bring our hands to our hips, basically. Level your hips parallel to the short edge of the mat, and we can inhale, opening the heart, activating our abdominals, and exhale, lower down, and we can bring our hands towards the floor, or if you want, you can bring it on your shins. Otherwise, if you have, you can always, blocks are always a really good props to have, especially if you're practicing at home alone quite often. They're really good. So you can bring your blocks, for example, near your foot, so you can extend from here if this is enough. Otherwise, you can have your hands onto your shin. And for those who have a little more space, you can place your hands at the floor, and you can bring your chest towards your left thigh. Should be feeling a really lovely lengthening and relaxation. So we call it stretching, but it's not the right word, because it's more like the muscle is relaxing as we do this. Anyway, breathe into the area where you feel the elongation happening, the sensation happening, or the discomfort. And if you want, as I was mentioning, use the blocks, which they're a very good way to help us create space in the body. Inhale and exhale. In this position, Pasvottanasana, there's almost always when we're standing, there's an alignment of our heels, heel to heel or heel to the arch of the foot. And then inhale and come up. Inhale, bring our hands towards the sky. The hips are parallel to the short side of the mat. Inhale up and exhale. Let's go back down. This time we're gonna bring our right hand onto the block or to the floor, and we're opening up towards the left hand side. I can see them all. It's really gorgeous. You can micro bend your left knee and look up if you want to, or you can look down at your foot. Inhale and exhale, Parivrtta Trikonasana. Inhale and exhale, and lower down. Inhale up, and come forward towards the mat. Hands into Tadasana again onto your chest. Inhale and exhale. Now proceed to the left side as well. So we're going to step back with our left leg, and then we're extending here our right knee. The alignment is heel to heel or heel to the arch of the left foot. Inhale up, exhale. Bring your arms to the front, and then you can either bring your hands onto your shins or the block, as we were mentioning, or to the floor, depending on what your body's feeling. today. And lower to where you want, to where you feel like you can lower. The hips are parallel to the short edge of the mat, trying to make them level and parallel to the short side of the mat. Inhale and exhale, Parsvattanasana, which you feel a really lovely stretch of the right hamstring. Inhale, and exhale. You can slightly micro bend also the right knee if you need to. Breathe into the area where you feel the discomfort or the stretching happening, which is really relaxation anyway. You can bend, micro bend your right knee. Inhale, press up, come up, and then extend your shoulders up. Exhale, lower down again. Bring your left hand onto the block or the shin or the floor, and inhale, open towards the right upper quadrant of the upper body, towards the right. So we are twisting towards the right hand side. The hand can be up towards the sky, the drishti is down. Inhaling and exhaling, try to bring the corners of your mouth up as well. Inhaling and exhaling, you can micro bend the right knee as well. Inhaling and exhaling, and then bring your drishti to the floor and step back with your right leg lower down to the floor completely, or chaturanga. So chaturanga dhanasana or bhujangasana. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana or bhujangasana, and then exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, and then Balasana. You can open your knees a bit more, bring your toes to touch, and lower down. In Balasana, extended or normal Balasana with your hands by your legs, as you prefer. I really love extended Balasana right now with my forehead pressing down onto the floor. If you want, you can slightly move your forehead from side to side. That would normally help us massage our forehead, and as a result, bringing extra relaxation to our body. Inhale and exhale, and just stay still and press your forehead, the third eye onto the mat. Maybe you need to yawn, maybe you can sigh out loud. One more inhale and let go of this vocal silence sigh. Then inhale and bring your hands towards your knees and come with your toes tucked under, so we can provide a little bit of stretching under the soles of the feet as well. Bring the palms of the hands onto your knees. Make sure that all of the 10 toes are spreading under. You should feel a lovely stretching of the soles of the feet in Vairasana, variation on the toes. And then let go of the toes. Vairasana, we can sit in hero's pose if this is okay with you, which means we're gonna open slightly our feet, and we're going to sit in between our feet. So this position can be tricky. Obviously, if you have any pain in the knees, don't do that. Otherwise, you can bring one block underneath, for example, to make this position less painful in the knees, or slightly more gentle. I'm going to adjust a bit so we can see better the sitting positions. Right. So we are sitting down with our feet slightly open, and we are bringing our hips in the middle, or we can sit onto a block so that we make it a little bit less intense. The idea is that our hips are basically in line. Our knees are in line with our hips, and we're sitting in between, but the knees are touching each other, and the feet, the heels, are touching the hips, basically. So this hero pose. See how you feel in this position, if this is okay. If it's not okay, get out straight away or use the block. For those that are familiar with hero pose and want to lower down, we can go and lower down onto our elbows, making sure that our feet are close to our hips, and we can let go of our neck. Otherwise, for those that want to go even further, I like to bring a block behind my scapulas, and then some of you will not need anything, and just lower down and maybe extend our arms above and grab our elbows with the opposite hand. You can adjust the block underneath the scapulas and relax or stay up where you are in hero pose. Inhale and exhale. If you have any sort of lower back pain or pain in the knees, don't do any of this and just sit in child's pose, phalasana, or any other position that you fancy instead. Inhale and exhale. Make sure that your knees are in line with your hips and the heels are in line with your hips, the heels with the hips. And then slowly inhale and come up of the pose gradually, and then on all fours and extend your right leg and then your left leg to give some air to let the knees breathe. One more and another one and one more. And let's sit again. We can do camel pose here if you like, if you haven't had enough. So come on all fours again, tuck your toes under, and then come on to your knees. And you can bring your hands on your lower back with the fingers pointing down or pointing up. With your toes tucked under, you can inhale, and on the exhale, make sure that you're activating really well the glutes so that we're protecting our lower back. And then we can either stay here, or we can bring our hands on top of the heels into camel pose. Inhale and exhale. And if you want, you can let go of your neck. Extend it as well. Inhale and exhale. Hold your breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And inhale, hands come up. And exhale, lower down into child's pose. You can open your knees slightly and come towards the floor with the toes touching each other and your hands extended. Maybe you can touch your hands in Anjali mudra, and if you want, you can bring them up towards the sky or down in prostration. And inhale, exhale, in Balasana. Inhale, exhale, and then slowly come up and bring your legs to the front. We can windshield wiper them from side to side, and we can slowly lower down in Shavasana, constructive rest pose. So we're lowering down one vertebra at a time to the floor, and then we're bringing our knees to the chest and rolling side to side. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. And bring your left foot to the floor, the right ankle on top of the left knee. Inhale, either stay here or inhale and bring your left knee towards your chest, and you can either stay in this position with your left foot up, or you can bend the left leg and interlace your fingers in basically thread the needle, so your right hand is going through the legs and you're interlacing your fingers on the shin on the left hand, and you're bringing your knee towards the chest as much as possible, so that we're creating a lovely, lovely, lovely stretch on the right glutes. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. And inhale, let go and extend your right leg towards the sky. Maybe roll the ankle a little bit clockwise and anti-clockwise, and then bring the right foot towards the floor. Inhale, bring the left foot towards the sky and roll your ankle anti-clockwise or clockwise, and then bring the left ankle on top of your right knee. Inhale and bring your right knee towards the chest, and you can interlace the fingers behind your right hamstrings or behind your right shins. And inhale and exhale in this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful position. So we can, this is called reverse pigeon pose, but somehow here they call it Sutra and Vasa. I'm not sure about this one. Anyway, this is supine reverse pigeon pose, Ardha pigeon. So it's Ardha, Supta, Ardha, Kapotasana. Chanting the translation here in Sanskrit. Inhale and exhale, and then let go of the right shin. Bring your feet onto the floor, and then slowly extend your right leg and your left leg onto the floor. And then maybe, if you need to, it's really warm in my room tonight. The sun was hitting the roof all day long, so it's really hot in here. But if you're not in a hot room, then I suggest you take your socks and maybe a cover. If you have it, maybe also an eye pillow, and take yourself in a very comfortable position. Maybe lower the lights if you don't have or turn the lights off, and dim the lights, lower the lights, dim the lights, and then bring yourself in a very comfortable position where you can let yourself go into this beautiful final relaxation, shavasana, where we're integrating all the work that we've done up to now. So let your feet fall open. The distance could be also the whole edge of the short edge of the mat. And then your hands can be either on your tummy and your heart, or you can extend your arms slightly away from your body with the palms up. Retract your shoulders are away from the ears, and make sure that your body is not touching anything that could prevent it from fully relaxing. Because if we're touching something, our nervous system will stay alert and will be something annoying us. We won't be able to relax ourselves fully and completely. Let go of your feet, relax your toes and all the fingers of the toes and the feet. Relax the soles of the feet, the ankles, relax the shins and the knees, relax your quads and the hamstrings, relax your hips, your abdominals, relax your muscles, intercostal muscles in the rib cage, relax your sternum, relax your shoulders, relax your upper arms and the elbows, relax your lower arms, wrists, and all of the muscles in your hands. Relax your neck, relax all of your face muscles. Relax and soften, let go of every single part of your body and just enjoy this beautiful, beautiful relaxation supported by Mother Earth, providing us support, our beautiful, beautiful, amazing, precious bodies, body temples. And inhale maybe one last vocal sounding sigh. Let it go. Release that energy in your chest as you rise and relax fully and I consciously connect with my subconscious mind I program my subconscious mind with loving messages. My subconscious mind is a storehouse of information. It records everything I think and say. I put negative in, then I get negative out. When I put positive in, I get positive out. Therefore, I consciously choose to feed it positive, loving, and uplifting messages that produce beneficial experiences for me. I now release any thought, idea, or belief that limits me. I reprogram my subconscious mind with new beliefs that create the most wonderful, prosperous, joyous events in my life. And if you want and you're ready, slowly start moving maybe the fingers and the toes. Maybe stretch your arms and the legs. Start connecting with your body again. And maybe roll onto the right side. Bring your knees up into the chest in a fetal position. And maybe bring the right arm underneath your head, using it as a pillow, and then maybe stay a few breaths in fetal position if you like. Otherwise, slowly press into your left hand and come up into a seated position, Sukhasana or Siddhasana underneath, sitting above a block if you want to, at any comfortable seated position. Hands to your heart, and thank yourself. I thank you, and you should thank yourself for taking the time to practice. I think I'd like to sing the Long Time Sun to close this session today. So if you know it, sing it with me, otherwise listen. May the long time sun shine upon you. Oh, love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on, guide your way on, guide your way on. Na Satnam. Sat Nam and Namaste. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for taking the time to work on our light and contributing to the conscious collective and the healing of the whole conscious collective. Thank you very much. Namaste. See you soon. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye.